Sorry about this. I had to change the setting in my OBS, so I had to restart the stream. So, starting from tonight, gonna be playing Chicken Police on the Nintendo Switch, an indie game that I just got to review. Let's see. Please adjust the brightness so that the mark in the center is barely visible. Yeah, and I bet there's one on the left. Yeah, right. Well, as far as my screen is concerned, and I think on stream it comes out the same too. Yeah, settings seem to be fine. Hello, Noir Detective RNG. I'm good, I think. Let's hope this keeps going. I'm not quite sure why it says painted red, like it's a special edition of the game maybe, I don't know. I have not looked enough into it yet to be able to decide. Film grain, oh yeah, keep that on. Text speed. Well, we'll see about that as we go.
I'm Santino Featherland, and
as usual, I think I will prefer if the volume of the music is a tiny bit lower.
I'm Santino Featherland.
Yeah, I think I'll prefer it that way. Usually it is like that with me with the point-and-click games like this. I prefer the volume of the voices to be a bit louder. Let's go back. Well, let's get into it. New game. Start a new game. Dead men are heavier than broken hearts.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the Predatory Division of the Clawville Police
Predatory
Department,
Division?
one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago.
Is that a picture of a parrot?
Slowly I'll turn gray too.
It's just a concept that appealed to me.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago.
I think I love it too.
In this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds.
I'm getting the Zootopia vibe from this.
Why not?
But with a noir aesthetic.
It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
If Zootopia had a gritty reboot.
Go wrong?
Clawville City, Rourke District, former Atlas Hotel. Is that a, what is it, an antelope? I can't tell really. I think it is.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Can I look around before I talk to her?
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Celebrity cops from the dump. Chicken police on track.
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
A painful memory.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter.
He was married to... What is it, a parrot? I can't tell.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it. Or what it had to do with shoes. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
It's been compared to Grim Fandango, and I can tell the kind of similar humor going on between the two anyway. I have to get Grim Fandango on Switch at some point.
Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Your life sounds like a novel. Okay, I turned on the lights. It looks like part of it is 2D and part of it is 3D. It works well. I like it.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
I mean, I can tell that, for example, the desk and the chair are like 2D elements, but then up there this looks somewhat 3D. It's a cool mixture of everything, I guess. My last cigarette.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light,
Well, look.
pal.
There's a light.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes.
I like
Just
the
in case.
idea that the chicken eats cornflakes. With like Kellogg's cornflakes with the chicken on the on the packaging. I like the idea.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Do roosters see in color, by the way? Because if they don't, that might explain why the whole game is in black and white. Ah. Speak.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Mm-hmm.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in...
Apparently chickens
you
do
like a
see
drink?
color. Oh, okay.
I don't
Maybe it's
usually drink.
a real sickness
Well,
that he's
I've gotta
caught then.
have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some
Chickens
sherry?
UV light. What?
If
What?
you insist. But
Pretty impressive.
bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
New codex entry.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
What is it? An interrogation? LA Noir style? No, not quite. I guess. Hmm.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck
What
is
the
she
cluck?
doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
What the cluck?
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
New function, questioning. What was that, by the way? Yeah, this is very much like L.A. Noire. Looking through your notebook. Clues. The victim, a lady, is the target of strange threats. All of them are written. Hold on, I wasn't done looking. Next category. Deborah. Hotel Atlas. Well, hey, Panda. How's it going? The Chicken Police is a famous detective duo. Santino Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken gained fame through a case the press called The Blood New Year's Eve. They flew high for almost 10 years. Yeah, actually, with the thing, when you highlight it, it makes it kind of hard to read, actually. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. There is a series of novels about them by Meredith H. Marble. They had published 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest. As the Chicken Police itself. Going well? Going to make some breakfast? Three gods are revered in most places across the wilderness. They're the great wild ones, who make up the holy trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Hariti is the goddess of creation. Ptapti is the lord of destruction, and Nkvaktiti, that's hard to pronounce, is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness, keeping the balance between creation and destruction in their never-ending conflict. Yeah, right, I don't have to read everything, I guess.
I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now. Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway. Oh man, I totally get you.
Okay, let's talk.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
So, this is the part where the interrogation comes. Like in those detective movies.
Something like that, Deborah. Yes.
Oh, should I go with the badge? Yeah, question. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or is she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Subject John Doe. Wait, what? Us. But that's not, no, that's not her name. Because I was gonna say, is it a Doe? This fella is rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. Focus, suspicious, impressions. Uh-huh. He is suspicious. I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. So many options. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side, okay? Blah, blah, blah. I like that. Plus 100. The explanation is hilarious.
Smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even
What's
more.
that supposed to mean? She is shy, doubtful. I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage, but I must be careful about what I say to her or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard. You're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright? Yeah, it's not always super clear what is being highlighted, though, I have to say.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes. Excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
You're right. Sorry.
Tell me what's your star sign, sweetheart. What does that have to do with anything? That doesn't sound like the right question.
Did you come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite unpleasant for me.
Do you even know what you want? Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself? Should I start asking that question, or should I keep things light and relaxed?
Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Why do you ask?
I couldn't think
No,
of
it
anything
doesn't
better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore. Maybe you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. I'm not interested.
Huh. Do you like to play with other animals?
Oh, for the wild ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's change
I wasn't
the
going the
subject,
right
shall
way,
we?
I think, with my line of questioning. Yep, I lost points. Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately.
I
Only
wonder
if
if
she
she
really
has a
to.
How so?
Miss Natasha
Slavic
is
accent
afraid.
with a name like that.
She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? What do you want from me? How did you get this address? We avoided the point long enough. Deborah is hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that. What do you want from me? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? No, what do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself, out loud.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm just
Where did you learn to
teasing
pick
you.
locks anyway?
As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
That's very nice of you.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome.
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable? Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious? Uh, shy, doubtful, frightened, hiding something. This?
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Honestly, very often, Mr. Featherland.
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now, Deborah.
I'm sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we had no one else to turn to.
You know, I get that a lot, and it never ends well.
Do you like happy endings? I knew you were romantic at heart.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then yes, maybe, a little.
A -10? Okay, I guess I was wandering off from the main topic. Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all? If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland,
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
-40?
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer.
There's only one
Be
thing left
honest
to
and
ask.
tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Rusted copper. Yeah, well, it may. Yeah, I got nothing to say against that. It's true. Not bad, but not good either. It's okay for a rookie, but you can do better next time. Pull yourself together and pay attention to the signs. Focus, Sonny. The employer in Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. So what do we do now? The mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer is a certain Miss Natasha Katsenko. The employer in Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. Well,
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
what did she give me? Xar Club. Inspect. I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as a gentleman. N.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
Natasha?
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall, with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
So
Didn't you
say-
tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me
Animals
Sonny.
with human bodies
It was
freaks
a
me out.
pleasure to meet you, Mr.
I find it pretty
I
funny,
mean,
personally.
Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Do personal info. Let's see. Next category. Natasha. Name Natasha Katsenko. Cat Phyllis Catus. Gender female. Special feature, she has remarkably green eyes and she is definitely in trouble, so am I. Louis C. Aworth. Species rabbit. Oryctolagus cuniculus. Gender male. Special feature, an old friend of mine. He is stuttering heavily when he talks. This is gonna be fun. Hobart Ibn Wessler. Radis. Special feature, good looking, charismatic, and a clucking gangster. One of the most well-known gangsters of Clawville. Real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, and information broker. And that's only the half of what I've heard about him. He has his dirty little paws everywhere in the city's underworld. Lewis is the owner of the once reputable Atlas Hotel and a good old friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him. Should I call him? 555-932? 555-932. Well, it says so at the bottom of the screen, but with the overlay, you guys can't see it. Rotary phones.
Hey, Louis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend. What's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Louis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place. The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve.
Can you get more detail?
I hope the old bunny had nothing important to do. Thanks for being so quick, Louis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Scene types. Main scenes. Main scenes move the story forward. These scenes also determine which locations open up or close down. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Limited scenes. Limited scenes are open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you are a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move to the next main scene. And closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. The state will often change throughout the story progression and can be temporary or permanent. Top tip. Pick the next main scene if you are absolutely sure you don't want to visit any of the available limited scenes anymore. You may not be able to visit them later. Is it possible that there's only one at the moment? Yeah, looks like it.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same.
Took me half an hour to get to the opening
121
credits.
days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty. My ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Chapter 1, Detour.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Porcupine and what's that?
Phyllis and
Hedgehogs?
Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
More rat, damn it. Oh, I can only talk to one of the two.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bird. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
I didn't see the
God.
spikes
That clumsy
on
buffalo
its
is
back, the
here
one on the
tonight.
right.
If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
Looks more like a hedgehog and a porcupine
you
to me.
got it.
You looking for
two hedgehogs.
Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, who's shot
Calling
you
a
on,
chicken
you
a feather duster.
jerk?
Oh, that's a racist remark.
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Yeah, they have pigs, huh? Bosco?
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy, as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know that lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual. And you? Still dying?
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. Wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kinda lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
What's that?
Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
A lizard?
Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jesse is a good boy, sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that, don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you
How
feeling
can you tell the
okay?
difference?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this Detective Buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Monica. Oh, they have a Monica in here, I see.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
New function, ask. But I can ask about something? About the Czar Club?
What do you know about the Tsar Club?
Nothing special. I've never been there. It's a famous place, though. Expensive cigars, unaffordable drinks, pretty gals. All the movie stars and politicians go there at least once a week.
And all the big shot mobsters, too, I've heard.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
So I can ask more things?
What do you know about the
no.
Tsar Club?
Nothing.
And
Yeah.
Ah, okay, my bad, yeah. It's the control stick. Ah, but no, it works with the buttons as well. With the D-pad.
Still living in the Atlas?
if something works, why change it, right?
Well, if you like it there.
Listen, Monica, you could, come by sometime for a drink or two, you know?
I didn't hear that, and you didn't say that.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Anything else, Boss Bird?
Hobart Ibn Wessler.
Do we have a file on Hobart Ibn Wessler?
Are you kidding me? We have a whole room just for him. Want the key? You can spend the remaining days of your paid holiday in there.
No thanks. Never mind. You're a bit sassy today, aren't you?
I'm sorry, Sonny, but I'm starting to shed my feathers because of this insane asylum. You know, New Year's Eve and Blood Boil's not here when he should be.
Somehow I'm not sorry about that.
Yeah, I bet you're not, Boss Bird. Natasha Katzenko. Interesting name. Is it real or just an alias?
It's supposed to be real, but who knows?
Yeah,
Good
who
question.
knows?
We have nothing on her. She's either clean or uses a fake name. Maybe both, but I don't think so. Aside from that, everyone knows what I know about her. Singer, star, the #1 babe in this town, so to speak.
Thanks, little bird. It's something.
Glad I could help.
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place. Even for this city.
Okay, I already spoke to those two. Officer Barkman.
One of Blood Boil's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course.
Oh, that's it? Can't talk to him?
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever,
Oh, this is a
smart,
she.
and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
Vending machine, police crest.
Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross. And probably
What
toxic.
is water? Water is toxic for whiskey
Honor,
or something?
strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick. I'm really not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy, or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division.
Shooting range. Oh, okay, there we go.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
I see there are some mistakes and not always necessarily typos, but grammar mistakes in the text that the voice actor rectifies himself. Like last time we saw each other, and in the text it says we've seen each other, which is not correct from the context. Shooting practice. But I can try. get a hint. Leave shooting range. Aim your gun at enemies and avoid shooting the hostages. Simple as that. You'll need to reload your gun after 6 shots, just like in the westerns, but even faster. Shooting enemies increases your points and remaining time, while hitting hostages does the opposite. It's all up to you. Choose wisely and fire away. Aim your gun at enemies and avoid shooting the hostages. Simple as that. You'll need to reload your gun after 6 shots, just like in the westerns. Okay. How do you reload? With B. I shot the elephant. Not very good at this. Marty, 10,000. Hey, I like how it keeps the impacts from your previous shots. There's no time. Well, that was a little bit better, but not great. Ah! Ah! It showed up right in front of me at the end. Well, okay, well, I'm a bit better now, I guess. Well, exit to the menu. Leave shooting range. Yeah, sorry. Keep your gun clean, Mr. Lawman. Hey, you. If you let the ammunition boxes open again, I'll kick your clucking ass, Marty.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it. Hello, Cassandra. I hope we'll meet again. Oh God, I'm starting to sound like Marty. That little note down there. What can I say? Classic
Did I read
Marty.
it right? Because it's kind of low res.
That little note down.
Never mind then. All right then.
Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always. Marty looks good. Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. What, are you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help. Okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So,
Oh yeah,
are you in?
okay.
Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in
Yeah,
no
I
time.
can see what they mean now. I don't know how you call that in English. That thing on the head of a chicken or a rooster, but I can see the bullet hole actually on top of there. If you look at the back of Sonny's whatever it is that he has on his head, there's a little hole up there. I guess this is where he got shot. I was wondering about that earlier. Well, where did he get shot? Well, it was in that thing. I just don't know how you call that though. A crest?
What kind of case?
Is that how you call that for a chicken? I'm not sure.
A personal one.
How personal?
Very.
A
The
crest,
kind of case
yeah.
where if you come with me
Okay,
right now,
or a com.
you're not on duty anymore.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the name
damn,
popped up in my
Sonny,
head
stuff it
after I
right
said I
there.
didn't know.
I'm in.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell
Come
me,
more points.
what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun,
Calls his
okay?
shotgun Bertha.
Bertha stays.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
Hey, Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet?
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for you.
Ah, well, thanks. That's much better.
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police, Marty, better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny.
Lots of new stuff, apparently. Clues. I'll find Natasha at the Tsar Club. Natasha must know my wife Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she has very good informants. I must find out what the connection is. Hold on. Still not completely used to how the menu works. Phyllis, Lewis, Mort, Blood Boyle, Dr. Bubo. Next page. Zip. Species raccoon. Special feature, an old enemy who became a good friend over the years. Because it seemed like there was something new in there. Or maybe it's in the codex, I don't know. I'm a greenhorn, huh? Marty's fiance is Laura, a beautiful, warm-hearted predator. I don't know what she sees in Marty, but he is too damn lucky to have such a woman for him. Okay, let's go, I guess. Can I leave? And if so, how?
So, Sonny, you still limping?
The pellets tore my right
No,
hip
never
to
mind.
pieces.
I thought that was
So, yes,
the hole in
the
his
doctor
palm.
says I'll limp forever.
Ah, good to hear that.
Fuck off.
How'd you leave? Ah, okay, never mind. You can pan the camera with the right stick. Okay, never mind. I did not understand at first.
Still drink coffee?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hop dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were, different times, Marty. With a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city, then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells, too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
The chief of police?
The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood. But he never is, actually.
A dog with a good nose.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
There's no need for that harsh language.
I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore. I hate his kind anyway.
Well, because he's a
Oh,
reptile.
that's racist.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
No, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops, after all, ain't we? And this is still Clawville.
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Yeesh, get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
New function, ask. Ah, okay. Hop dog.
What have you heard about the hop dog? Is it still standing?
Yeah, it is. But I don't frequent that neighborhood. You shouldn't either. Things have escalated there recently.
What do you know about Ibn Wessler? What's the old rat been up to lately?
They say he's keeping a pretty low profile these days. But he's been seen in the company of the Attorney General.
Attorney General Hamtaro, eh?
A hamster?
That's
Hamtaro?
interesting. Thanks.
Why are you so interested in that rat? If you want another hole in your comb, I could help you too, you know.
Pig?
It's just professional curiosity.
Yeah, of course. And I'm a fluffy little Labrador.
Whoa, you forgot to mention this nugget about the case, Sonny. Ibn clucking Wessler? What the hell did you get into?
Far as I remember, you didn't let me tell you in the first place. Well, you're in now. No way back.
You're a piece of shit, Sonny, you hear me? What's this all about?
Easy, chicken. I'll tell you everything soon enough. Let's just get the hell out of here first.
If I already told you, it's a pleasure working with you again.
No, but that's always good to hear, partner.
Cluck off.
Clawville
Why is it so
PD.
quiet in here? Shouldn't it be a madhouse by now?
The midnight madness is yet to come, Sonny. Just wait for it.
My time's too valuable for that, pal.
And you're trespassing. Rules of suspension, remember? I can see you're up to no good.
Who, us? Ridiculous.
If you say so. But I advise you to keep it low. Especially you, Sonny. How many days do you have until retirement?
121. 120 soon.
Don't be a knucklehead and get yourself fired.
Thanks for your eternal wisdom, Bosco. I'm definitely coming to you again next time.
Okay, let's see, some new information in there. Ah, yeah, about Blood Boil, yeah, makes sense.
We can't avoid speaking with the chief first. We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it, Santino?
Nothing, sir.
And you need something, Martin?
No, sir.
Then get out of my
Okay,
sight,
but because
bird.
it said that I had to talk to the chief and Monica first, I thought it meant that both, even though I had already talked to the chief, but I guess now I can leave. Ah, yeah, okay, now it's letting me. Okay, there are 2 optional destinations. Well, let's visit them too, I guess.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
By the way, you use eggs to make pancakes, right? So, do roosters eat pancakes? Isn't that kind of like cannibalism? A fly guy, you.
Hey, pal. Can you hear me?
Look at the
Animals
poor
will eat
bastard.
anything when hungry.
He's looking okay,
I guess,
Marty.
yeah.
Remember what we saw when we worked at the Hive?
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those hive houses are pretty flammable.
I don't speak of the devil, Marty. But to be honest, I have no idea how this insect matter can be solved.
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
Old car? Why did it say old? What, did they mean old even by then? Because of course it's an old car, given the time.
If this wreck belonged to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could.
Oh yeah, the door is here. We don't serve bugs here. It was old for them, yeah.
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler District are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know. But you're still gonna tell me, right?
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Wait, what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food in the most expensive restaurants.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
Grass Dock Savannah style. 40 DC.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is Bad Luck.
That's for sure.
Oh, a raccoon.
The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
As always. Fly with me, baby. Caston Mavis, the new star of rock and roll.
And voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Pigeon.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
Well, other than talking to Zip, fuck the king with 3 Ks. Oh.
What insight?
Where all the colors go.
Well, that's a good question, pal.
Hot dog, snack and coffee, almost ham and tomato, toasted sandwich with synthetic meat. Quadzi meat and cheese, toasted sandwich with synthetic meat. All but bacon and chocolate, toasted sandwich with synthetic meat. All for foul pancakes. Pancake with hemp seed, chocolate and black onions. Touche souffle, peanut souffle with synthetic meat. Smelling souffle, peanut souffle with parched vegetables. Grass Dock Savannah style, step burger, see a superstar, hog dog. Okay, normal size hot dog with 4 kinds of synthetic meat. Okay, so there is not a trace of actual meat in there.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
Hey, is that how you greet 2 old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
It's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere, yet. But we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful? Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out, brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman,
I knew it.
but not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor, like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, I can ask about stuff. The SAR Club.
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
Hop dog.
I've got to say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Sonny, what's your beak?
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
Hubbard Ibn Wessler.
So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, huh?
No, Zip. I mean, really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
I guess if she has a big gangster wrapped around her finger, she could be pretty dangerous, yeah.
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your
But it
plans?
won't be his life anymore by
Dying
then.
behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Was that an insult?
That Natasha's a mysterious woman. A real cursed jewel, if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the millions almost immediately.
Is that so? Interesting.
New personal info.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice. Makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club. Just like that. But we know exactly how it was.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club, right?
The old clicker's still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for this straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I clucking will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
Billy J. Blackmore in the brand new album, Break Me. Cluck off. The dog earlier said fuck off and not cluck off, but I guess he's not a chicken, so I wouldn't have expected him to say it that way. But I didn't expect the raccoon to say it that way either. Alright, let's move. my hotel, I guess.
Yee, my condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either. But what's that
Smells like a
smell?
female.
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no, this is lavender?
Ah, that. Now that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, pretty, huh? I can
Impala.
smell it.
I thought it was
She's
an
an
antelope or
exotic,
something,
too.
but I guess I was close
An
enough.
impala, maybe?
Furry hell. That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than a clucking bloodhound.
Ah, yeah, bloodhound. Yeah, that's the name of the
bitter old
species
dog.
of dog.
He just hates all foul.
Yeah, true. Except for Monica.
Monica's a fairy, not a bird. So, what now?
Well, let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and stare out the window.
Sure, just do it quietly. You know, this city's outgrown us.
Why do you say that?
Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air, the sirens, and the smell of cordite.
Don't be such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us. Clawville's Clawville. We're just getting older.
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of something wrong, of something bad on the horizon.
You're screwing my mood.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit.
Is he gonna comment on the pictures if I try to look at the pictures when he's here? Ah, yeah.
Ah, man, I can't imagine how you feel. The only good thing you ever had, huh?
Shut up, Marty.
Sure. I didn't know you used to be a kindergarten teacher. But leather?
It's history, so back off.
I'm touched by the trust you have in me, Boss Bird.
There are things better left undisturbed, okay?
Yeah, got it. Huh. The old days. You know, I miss him sometimes.
What? The hype? Us as celebrity cops?
Nah, the work, the buzz. The phone ringing at 4 a.m. and knowing if you pick it up, you'll be dragged into something terrible, because that's your job. And of course, you pick it up every clucking time.
I'm not sure it's healthy to enjoy that.
Hey, no healthy animal becomes a cop in Clawville.
Yeah, true.
Who's that shaggy creature?
That's M.B. Davis, you bird brain.
Politician? Seriously, I don't know who the hell he is. So this is them.
Yeah, the wild gentlemen. They were role models when I was a kid.
Well, you must have been a weird kid, which ain't surprising. My idols were the White Wolf and Super Squirrel.
The White Wolf, eh? Explains a lot. You know, when I was back in Averia, Clawville and the whole let's live together in peace bullshit seemed like an unattainable dream. Those guys made it happen. The city rose from the ashes of the Great Fire.
Yeah, but look at it now. And what would have become of you if you hadn't ended up in Clawville? Maybe you'd even be happy?
Perhaps.
I swear, I think there is some inspiration taken from Zootopia. At least a little bit. Like the big, like, utopia of animals from all different species living together in harmony, you know? They had to take some inspiration from there, I think. Tim? Who's Tim? Seagull. Laris Belcherry. Gender male. Special feature: loud, annoying, and overly enthusiastic, and unfortunately is the #1 fan of the chicken police. Okay, yeah, I suppose there's not gonna be a whole lot here. No, not Clawville PD. I wanted to go to the club.
Look at these two simpletons.
They don't even realize their jackets are full of holes.
For the wild god's sake, don't dare tell them.
I already tried, but nothing happened.
Figures.
Yeah, this is where I wanted to go.
Midnight had passed.
The volume is a bit
Intoxicated madness
lower
kicked
in the videos.
We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
I was gonna say, I think I know why that is. The volume thing, because I think it takes the volume of the music for the volume for the volume of the
so this is the
pre-recorded
famous
videos.
Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Lewis? Is that you?
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it?
You're reading my mind, boss. Is Lucas really such a big fan?
Lewis. And yes, he's got the whole Chicken Police book series. Damn his taste.
Is Lucas really...
Lewis.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal.
My
but I'll try
pal.
to make it for the main event.
Okay then. Catch you later, pal.
A stork?
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, Master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
That fella's built like a brick shithouse. I don't think we'll be able to just sneak past him.
Wanna bet?
Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid suspicion.
Okay. No trouble. I get it. It's okay, Bertha. Maybe next time.
What was that?
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would bring a shotgun to a club?
Was that a rhetorical question?
Yeah, the bouncer.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember
He's
ever
big.
seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
I like the
Stop
idea
right there,
that he's
big guy. I
a
get
male
it.
sheep, a ram,
I know
and he's
exactly
got
how
the
this
woolly jacket on
So
his
what do you
back.
have to
I
do
like
to
the
get
idea.
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah, I've,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Ask. Police badge. Louis C. Aworth. Tasha Kitsenko.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive the slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I'm strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the
He knows
books
his
again.
stuff.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What was that? People always say this would be
Relax,
terribly
Marty.
inconvenient.
This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen, and forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare. Say, big guy, you know Mr. Louis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Should I talk to Louis? If he knows the bouncer, maybe he can get me in.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely
Just
a
like his
Bob.
book.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in. Look, Louis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No, no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Demeaning, maybe.
Everything's fine, Mr. Hayworth.
Sir, how'd you do?
Everything's
Yeah, I went
fine,
back
Mr.
because
Hayworth.
apparently you can go back and replay.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
L'arche sir.
And as for you, You owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you.
How is he involved that he
As
can get
always.
us in like this? If he's just a landlord.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls.
Big spender,
like
you
years
think?
of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Fox fella.
Remember that old case with the fox and the raven?
How could I even forget?
Absurd, right? All that bloodshed for a piece of
The
cheese.
fox and the raven?
Yeah, hunger can bring out the monster in animals, right?
And the wildest and most primordial
I don't know how it
instinct,
goes in
no
English.
matter how
I
civilized
couldn't
they
tell.
seem.
As
I
you
know the
say,
story, though.
Marty.
Stage. Big buck.
So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
What this is the life, huh? What's this guy do? Real estate? Mob accountant? Or is he a movie star?
He looks like a coat hanger to me.
That was actually worse than the previous joke.
Heh, I try.
Oh. I know, never mind. I was gonna say, you can even go full 360, but no, not quite. The bartender is a horse. Wow, what a mane.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now. What?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods, you're right.
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot
He's gonna
all
put it in
about
his coat?
So?
So we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah. Well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier for you.
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections.
Wow, they make great cops.
Hey, there's Filmar.
Who? Oh, yes. Filmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
Oh, well, I advanced the story a bit sooner than I wanted to. Oh, wait, what? I know, never mind. I thought I was gonna leave the place automatically.
The old hawk looks like shit if you ask me.
Just like looking into the mirror.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate.
Is that a squirrel?
Remember?
I thought it was a rabbit. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it is a squirrel, yeah. Looking more closely. Henchman, Hibben, Olivia.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not. That woman with Ibn, I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
Well, maybe he really does.
The memories are returning.
Jeez, just spare me the dirty details. Hey, Monty, I bet you wouldn't dare to go up to him and ask if he hasn't seen your fur coat.
What? Why? I'm mad, yeah, but not suicidal.
Ah, are you chicken or what?
Piss off, old bird.
Nah, chicken shit.
Bogan Bandicoot. Bogan and Louisa Bandicoot. Picture they were before. And wait, there's another name. Hannibal Bogan and Louisa Bandicoot. The Big Sheep. Directed by Thomas Biacco. A Clawville Film Association Limit production. Wait, you can have a description of the thing?
You think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
You're old, Sonny. I mean, experienced. Have you ever met a woman like that in real life? Who floors you with a glance and leaves only heartbreak?
Well, actually...
Oh, I didn't mean to... I'm sorry,
What,
Sonny.
his wife was like that? What's this next one? Hicks Poodle, Claire Turmoil, Anna Shiny. Murder my tweets.
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first case, and...
Hey, Marty?
What, yeah?
I don't give a shit. How so?
It's a classic, and kind of reminds me of the situation we're in right now.
How so?
I don't know. A mysterious case, a mysterious woman, strange threats, some off-duty investigation.
So?
Like, think about it. What if we're in a movie, and this whole mess is just fiction?
Marty, I think you're having a nervous breakdown.
I like checking out things. Veronica Kate, Robert Fodder, This Done for Hire, Larry Cougar, Alan Sad.
Oh, I know this Fodder guy. He was kinda good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Whoa, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her. And nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
What weird titles these have.
I can't look at the one that's at the back. Cassidy Lupus and Cassandra Ruby Faye, The Loudest Howl. He has the case, he has the girl, he has the gun, he is the alpha.
Huh. Another Lupus movie. Jeez. Is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But wait, who's that next to him?
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nah, never heard of her.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me go weak in the knees.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me. Just women and guns are my only weakness.
Huh. No shit.
Okay. Let's talk to the guy, I guess.
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course, of course. Chicken police. Your partner is, he is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So,
Who is she?
to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter, but to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
The SAR Club?
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's
Yeah,
the
the rabbit.
piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective. But the name of his family
That's how he
still
could
rings
get us
quite
inside.
loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course. But the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you. Look, detective. If you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
Okay then. Yeah, question as in
Wessler's a
interrogate.
tricky guy.
That's what he meant.
Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Hobart Ibn Wessler. Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against the wall yet. How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you.
What
done?
were the threats
No,
anyway?
not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They threatened her of what exactly? If nothing has been asked. It's just like, I'm gonna kill you without any reason. You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do? Why did you just call the police?
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's, uninteresting.
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can make your job easier.
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans. If you're interested, talk to Olivia, my assistant. She's an expert in what she does, unlike me.
Thank you. That's it for now.
Plus 10, it says. Wessler is a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him. The third one. You're very taciturn, Mr. Wessler. Though I've heard you're quite the speaker.
You're very taciturn, Mr. Wessler. Though I've heard you're quite the speaker.
Look, I'll gladly talk to anyone about business. And even happier to talk about art. But, I'm no fan of interrogation on a night out. Are you even on duty?
Sorry for any offense, Mr. Wessler.
That might not have been the
Let's
right
talk
pick.
about something else. Wessler is tougher than I thought.
Quick-tempered.
And he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Minus 10. Damn it. This may be a bit harder. Actually, I haven't saved anything yet. How do you even save in this game? Do I ask myself, like 2 hours later. Don't you find these messages dangerous? Do you spend a lot of your time here? Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? Well, if I am beating around the bush, I guess I should ask this question. Like, not ask directly about what I want to know about, but ask about things that are related to it, but not directly.
Are you and Natasha close?
What do you mean exactly, chicken?
Mr. Featherland, if you please. This could be important. How does she stand on the scale from sweetheart to
I
wife?
didn't mean it to come out like that.
You have some nerve. Ask her that. I'm a gentleman, Mr. Featherland.
Really?
Maybe you can't comprehend it, but I can't ask for her hand until she offers it to me herself.
How chivalrous.
Get to the point, detective.
Business going well, Mr. Wessler? Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
So was that the right thing to do? No, minus 20. Damn!
Have there been similar threats in the past?
Right to the point, yeah? Yeah, I get it. But sadly, this is a dead end, my friend. No threats like these, whether you believe it or not.
Well, it really seems like a dead end, so I'll just back up and try from a different
that was
angle.
bad, wasn't it?
You do that.
Aww. Yeah, I guess I am a bad detective. Would you be willing to testify at the station?
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out, huh?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse, So, how was it, when was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
Well, I'm going back up again on the detective meter, but I'm still pretty low. Is she completely alone when she's there at the weekend? So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone?
Is she completely alone when she's there at the weekend?
As I've told you, Natasha's a free woman, eh? She's an adult. She doesn't need an escort. Or, she didn't need one until now.
Are you afraid for her? You know, a big star like her, alone in that house.
I never said a black car doesn't drive by 2 or 3 times a day, but, it's just caution. Huh. I'm not a monster after all, am I?
I suppose not.
-5. Damn it!
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but, in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
That was pretty bad. No? Oh, no, okay. Well, I didn't think so. But if they say so, I'm gonna take it. Ibn's trying very hard to change the subject when it comes to the threats. He obviously knows more than he's willing to tell. That's how you do it, partner. Not quite like old times, but you've still got it. The old rooster still remembers some tricks, eh?
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen.
Why is she pretending not to know him?
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
A low battery, you don't say.
Sonny.
Sonny, what's happening to you?
It's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr.
Oh.
Featherland.
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey. I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Well, let's look around before anything else.
You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
What's that? Is that her?
Gee, that is a, unique picture. And kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Well, there's not much that I can look at, so...
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she has a way of putting it...
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
That was a remarkable performance.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Exploit her confidence. This one, maybe?
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things. Just like you.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Okay, that was the right choice. Confident and mysterious. The mystery. Do you think one of your admirers? This is flattering her, saying you have admirers. I guess. So, maybe this one?
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
+10, okay. Do you have any material evidence concerning the threats? Why Deborah? She's a nice girl, but why didn't you come to me? This whole case stinks. What are you trying to make me do? Yeah, the one in the middle, I think.
Why Deborah? She's a nice girl, but why didn't you come to me?
Didn't you ask her the same thing already?
I did, but I like to hear it from all sides.
Well, since this whole thing started, I admit I'm not too keen on leaving my home. When I do, it's only with an escort.
Ibn Wessler has nothing to do with this?
Ibn has everything to do with me. Almost everything. But I didn't want to upset him with this. He thinks I'm overreacting.
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
What was in those threats exactly?
What was in those threats exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So?
New clue?
You really don't have any idea? Which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore.
Yeah, I didn't
Cat
want to
got
say
your
it.
tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Detective meter is pretty high. I'd like to keep it that way. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. She's scared. What about Filmar? Is he here because of you? No one's ever seen the culprit, not even a shadow. I suggest you lie low. Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous relationship between you?
Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous relationship between you?
You mean I'm a cat and he's a rat?
Every interracial relationship has risk. But yes, this one's more conspicuous than most.
Clawville's a very open and free city, but I guess you see more radical transgressions than I do.
One of the most common causes in homicidal and predatory cases, ma'am. So, yes.
Well, I don't know about that. Nobody ever questioned our relationship openly. We are what we are. And you know, if you're interested in my personal feelings, danger fills our relationship with a flavor no other can replace.
It must be one interesting relationship, that's for sure. I'm not sure I can feel the same, but I can certainly understand it.
Maybe one day you'll experience it, Sonny. Have you ever been with a predator before?
Well,
Well...
that's unsteady ground, Natasha. Let's turn the questioning around if you don't mind.
As you wish, Sonny.
Okay, so that was quite positive. How many fools like me have you used up, Natasha?
How many fools like me have you used up, Natasha?
In all my life? Well...
You lost count.
I just forget it. I don't want to know. Curiosity killed the cat. No pun intended.
I'm just joking. You're not a fool, Sonny. I know that was supposed to be a kind of insult, but it usually rolls right off me. I can't take cock-a-doodling, so you can put aside the strutting stuff while you're talking to me.
Fair point. Broadcast received, ma'am. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Minus 60? Why? It was the only thing I could ask.
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me.
Cluck me.
This case is getting more and more intriguing.
What exactly do you want from me?
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Ah, crap. I didn't do as good as I thought. Final thoughts, not bad, but not good either. It's okay for a rookie, but you can do better. Next time, pull yourself together and pay attention to the signs. Focus, Sonny. I thought I was. The threat, or rather the threatening word in the messages sent to Natasha is simply whore. It's brief, but says a lot regardless.
Just one more thing.
I recognize one of the fonts they
Natasha.
use in L.A. Noire, actually,
Please,
in one of the
come
elements
to
of the HUD.
37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
I hope Marty hasn't turned the whole place upside down already. With his gun.
This woman's aware of her child.
You already said that.
Seriously.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Let's see. Good old Filmar must know something about Natasha that could be important for the case, but he won't talk until I meet her. He seemed a bit nervous. It must be something really significant. Yeah, it's him. Ibn's trying very hard to change the subject when it comes to the threats. He obviously knows more than he's willing to tell. Natasha is afraid and her fear is genuine, but she isn't telling me everything regardless, and I don't like it. Hello, Tinderwave. Going pretty well for the time being. Natasha has invited me to her weekend house to show me something. In any other situation, I would be glad about it, but in this case, I'm worried. Anyway, let's move.
Well? Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was
trying to solve a case.
I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought
I don't know about the world.
Me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Well, can I talk to him now?
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine
Well, we're getting
it closely.
somewhere.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow,
a piece
that
of
sounds
evidence?
encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, I didn't say anything.
I can ask him more questions. What is it that he gave me? What, this thing on the left? And the key, no, the key, I guess this is the key to her apartment.
We stepped into it, didn't we?
What is this? A list? I can't tell. What, I can't get a description of this thing?
Molly, my ex-wife. What do you have to do with all this? Of all that's furry, what kind of a list
okay,
is
there we go.
this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they
Dogs
play
playing cards together? Ha ha
Sure,
ha.
that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
The truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild love.
So far, yes.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point.
I mean, I expected some noir kind of a story with murder cases and that sort of thing, but I expected a lot of humor around the fact that it's all animals, and I love the aesthetic, the music, the writing is good.
We stepped into it, didn't we?
That's an understatement. All of these names
belong to the upper crust. Yeah, I noticed.
It's only some sex cult, if you're lucky.
Don't even go there, Marty.
Yeah, all right.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny. I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me too.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey.
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody
Well,
knows
Marty
anything
seems to
about
know.
her.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Could be.
Alright then, I think that must be about everything. Oh, the guy's gone. Maybe we can interrogate her now?
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but...
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am
Very
I to him?
astute.
You don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
That
Anything
didn't
else?
take a lot of effort to coax out of her.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's it?
You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different
Recently, as in...
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change
And the threats
of heart?
happening at the same time?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Kutsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
I feel like I've heard her
Is
voice
that
before.
mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
The subtitle didn't say the same thing. It's a bit weird.
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
Maybe he still has the killer instincts. So what, can we leave? Oh, yeah, I didn't take the fancy whiskey before.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems.
Drinking
had gone
problems.
Too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just. Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know? All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Well, how do I leave? Or am I even supposed to leave now? Oh yeah, using the map. Yeah, I'm stupid. Weekend house, hot dog. Oh, I can return there for an optional conversation, perhaps with the guy.
Ooh, a nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on. It'd be worth interrogating the old
It's a
trash
raccoon.
panda.
It's not a
If
panda.
he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird.
Still not gonna talk?
Everything all right, old man?
If there's something we can do for you, just say so, okay?
Well, all right.
These some rough times in Burt Town.
Jeez, boys. Out of 2,000 joints in the
Clawville,
city, I end
actually.
up here, huh?
Hello to you too, Zip. How's it hanging?
I had no problems until now.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen. We just want to ask you a couple of questions, then we're out of here.
And we won't even trash your place this time. What do you say?
I say let's get it over with very, very quickly, chickens.
Relax, pal. We'll be as
Suspicions
fast as a
for Marty?
hummingbird.
I'm
No,
not
he's my
your pal,
partner.
and you're as far from a hummingbird
He's cool.
as I'm from a polar bear.
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Oh, hello, Timothy. Fancy whiskey.
Look what we found, Zip.
Furry hell. Who'd you beat to death for that?
Beat to death? Who do you think we are? We simply confiscated it.
You sneaky broilers. I'll give you $50 for it.
Don't make me laugh. It's worth 3 times that.
Oh, come on.
And he knows
give
his
me a
booze.
break.
Tough luck, Trash Panda.
We also ran into Philmar.
Then I've seen a lot of cop movies, and the
Philmar?
partner is
Who's
usually
that?
in on it.
A grumpy old raggedy
At least
ass
I don't
hog.
feel like he would
His
be this
manners
time.
are even worse than
If
mine.
he is,
Ring
he's
a
not
bell.
You mean Marlowe?
He's not letting it show.
Was Marlowe. Now he goes by Philmar Lowe.
Oh, I see. So that means he's still alive? I'm almost not surprised. The old guy has a reputation of being indestructible, huh?
He is. And he gave us something that could mean something.
A strange list of names.
Look at this, Zip.
Come on, it's the
Holy
double cross. Your
crap,
character
what's
is the
this?
bad one.
The guest list at a king's birthday party.
Hey, that's not even a bad guess.
What do you make of it?
This piece of paper's from so high up where I've never been myself, boys, so don't ask me.
We spoke to Natasha. She's scared.
Well, it's not good life insurance to be the girl of the most powerful gangster in the city.
It's not about that. Someone's been writing offensive messages to her. She feels threatened.
I only know that every second husband in the city wants to have her, and every second wife wants to wring her neck because of that.
Under
Nothing
Fillmore
else.
rules, it's probably
Thanks,
the chief of
Zip.
police.
But we're not any further ahead.
But not
Why
front to
not?
back, right?
Maybe that's why he took the badge away from the guy. It could be, actually. Could be the chief of
God,
police.
He's in even worse shape
Haven't
than
seen the
last
mayor
time we
yet,
saw
though.
him.
Well, Marty, aging is like that. And while we're at it, looks like you've put on a few pounds.
What? Who, me? Don't make me laugh. I weigh exactly the same as I've always done.
Yeah, sure.
damn it. What's the scribbler doing here?
Sniffing some juicy story?
I think I still owe him a great big left hook.
What did he do this time?
Oh, nothing. Just since I first met him, I wanted to punch him in the face.
I can understand that. Hello, Timothy. Scribblers don't celebrate New Year's.
Hello, boys. What a pleasure to see you. Answering your question, no, not really. Not me, anyway. I'm always where the story is.
That voice, too, I feel like I've heard it
and
before.
Where's the story now? I can't see it anywhere.
It just stepped through the door, pal.
Oh, you mean us? Well, I think I'll have to disappoint you.
The chicken police are back together? I can't let that go without an ink stain, am I right?
No, Timmy, you can. We're not working. We're just having a little fun, that's all.
I'm not buying that, boys.
You'll have to, Tim.
We'll see about that.
Can I ask him more?
Is that rag you work for still around, Tim?
You mean the most read and highest-ranking newspaper of the city, the Clawville Chronicle?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called.
I see that you still have your famous sense of humor, Sonny. Such a joy.
Yeah, I do.
Wanted to look up the list. Ah, no, they don't have the cast yet listed on behind the voice actors. It'll come, I guess, at some point. Wait, I have something new in my items. Ah, yeah, obviously the bottle of booze.
Come to daddy, darling.
Yeah, okay,
Come to
okay.
daddy, darling.
Thought he might describe it as something different.
I used to think a lot about what makes Zip's coffee so unique.
And?
I decided I didn't
So
want
on
to
your
know.
resume, you have a
Totally
chicken on
understand
chicken
you, Sonny.
police.
We all need a little mystery in our lives.
I didn't mean that. I was afraid if I knew what was in it, I'd never want to drink it again.
Oh, I see. That's a good point.
Stop by the precinct.
I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we visit that weekend house in Flowerville.
Learn something? From Phyllis and Roy's?
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about them.
Yeah, figures.
How's it going tonight, boys?
Uneventful so far, Sonny. But now that you're rolling together again, I suppose we'll have some excitement to look forward to.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theater, and, if I remember correctly, each other.
That was a complicated evening.
Aye, sure. Complicated.
This guy's at the foreground. Maybe he is the informant for Ibn.
Guess who we met today in person, Mon?
King Hector III?
Even better. The one who commands the king.
Wait a minute. Hobart Wessler?
Damn right. Hobart Ibn Wessler in the flesh.
Wow. And you're still alive. That's quite an accomplishment.
But seriously, have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Allegedly, he's trying to clear his name with some kind of new meat substitute.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a heroic and impossible venture.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Which is?
Ibn's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
Mickey.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of meeting him.
That's all I know, boys. I know it's not very much, but it's something, I guess. I'll keep my ears open.
Thanks, Mon. Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my hand. Could you take a quick glance at it?
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean? It could be a date even, but no. This is something else.
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents. So, is there anything familiar about this?
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be almost anything. The richest of the rich get together on all kinds of excuses.
Huh, it must be a secret cult.
It could be, of course, but also anything else. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more.
Ah, don't mention it, Mon. Thanks for your time.
Or, wait a minute.
What?
There's something.
Oh, stop teasing us, Mon.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names in the list are men, right?
Yeah, of course we noticed.
Thanks for the observation, Monica.
They hadn't noticed. These clues
just
could
a
be almost
receptionist.
anything, even the solution.
We saw a pretty good show at the Tsar Club tonight.
Good for you, I guess. Natasha?
Natasha. She performed her new song. She also sang about why she called us there. Or rather, me.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. Anyway, I can't help wondering about that woman. Her past is a mystery, and I couldn't draw much out of her in person either.
Women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over heels for them.
I know another broad who's all mysterious.
Oh yeah? What's her name? I'll look her up if we have a file on her.
Marty, shut up.
Oh, you mean me, right?
All mysterious, full of secrets, and grace.
I didn't even hear that, Marty.
Do we have a file on a woman called Olivia Blackwig? She's currently working as Ibn Wessler's assistant.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name was
We don't
at
have
the
a
time.
file on her, but there are
Tinder.
a few Blackwigs that could be related to her. Mountain goat, crow, or caiman.
Crow, around 30 to 35. A very pretty
Might have been a horror
socialite.
game, actually. Might have
Maybe
been
we
last
have a
month.
catch then. Theodore Blackwig was a rather influential banker until he went bankrupt.
5 children.
He died a few years back, but his daughter could have ended up in the same social circles as Ibn.
And since they lost their
hold
money,
on.
she took a job as his assistant.
Yeah, it would fit the picture. But it's a big city, Sonny. There may be more than one Crow family with a Blackwig name living here.
Okay, yeah. Now that it's paused. I don't have any children. Well, with COVID, I can't start working on my new job straight away, so I have to wait at the moment. So no change so far.
Thanks, Mon.
I'm glad I could help, boys, as always. If it doesn't take a lot of my time, that is.
We know, we know. We're not even here anymore.
Okay, I asked her about everything. Doggy, 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 Bosco.
You still remember Philmar?
Do you mean Philip? Of course I remember. He's got quite the reputation with that Philmar alias.
We just met him. Small world, huh? Do you know what he's up to these days?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's investigating petty blackmail cases and sneaking after poor bastards cheating on their wives.
Anything else?
Oh, great
Did he
work.
get mixed up in something that stirred up a storm recently?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We haven't seen him at the PD for a while. He's usually a frequent visitor. Why? Did he run into some fishy business again?
Possible, Bosco. But I'm not sure he'd want to make the same mistake.
Wise decision.
Listen, Bosco, what do you make of this list?
Maybe it's the guest list of some fancy ball. These are some rather influential names, the ones I recognize anyway. Movie stars, politicians, a few names from the Council of 12 even, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not.
Are you blackmailing them? Because if you are, I'll gladly accept a nice big juicy bone in exchange for my silence.
Stop screwing around, Bosco. It has nothing to do with our case.
Which is what, exactly?
We're still not gonna tell you.
Tasha?
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Kitsenko?
You mean that little bimbo fooling around with Ibn Wessler? They say she's the jackpot, but I've never been into cats, you know.
You couldn't be more racist if you tried, Bosco.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't have a problem with cats at all. I'm simply allergic to them. I can't stand being around them. I don't even take cases with cats.
Good for you. I should have used that excuse myself.
Why? Is your investigation related to her?
What? No, of course not. We just came from her show. That's why I asked.
And what's she like?
Well, I guess your cat allergy would go
Yeah,
away
but
for
it's
the
not
rest of
clear
your
why
life if
yet.
you met her.
Possibly because he's an alcoholic, but we're not quite sure if that's the reason.
One day.
Hey, big guy.
Hey, I'd rather be anywhere else than here, Bosco, but we're sniffing around on a case.
Who? Are you trespassing again?
Who? Us? What are you thinking?
This is what I
Just
should
an
have
old
asked
case.
before asking all the
Still
other questions.
open.
It feels out of order.
Not official, but not active either. We're not bothering anyone. You know, old habits die hard.
Is union dues
I'm just
fees?
messing with you. So, how can I help you?
The cop union? Shooting range? There's nobody in the shooting range, is there? Well, Marty is there now, but... Office area?
Blood boils in there, and I don't want to run into him.
I wholeheartedly agree, partner. Let's avoid the whole office section as much as possible.
Well, yeah, I guess I should leave now. I still haven't figured out how you save in this game. Okay, exit to the menu. Does it save automatically, perhaps? No, this button does the same thing. Yeah, I think it must save automatically, I suppose. I only recognized the few names on the list. Philmar shoved it to my hands, but all of them belong to the respected elite of Clawville. It could be a wedding roaster, but I doubt that's the case. No saves, no quits. You live in this world. Weekend house.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again.
Yes, there is something that looks like it. Yeah, that appears in the top left corner of the screen, actually. Something that looks like a record.
Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say.
So that might be an auto-save thing. Yeah, it was very brief, but it just popped there, but I might have put the logo in the way, actually.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
Yeah, so that's the threatening word. The word.
So, this is the word. What can I say? The message is loud and clear.
Yeah, what matters is who is it for and what does it mean?
I can't misunderstand that if I wanted to.
We'll see.
Wait a second, did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you used to say, don't let it cloud your objective judgment, Boss Bird.
Watch who you're talking to, boy.
Well, there's a car parked out front.
Chicken police, hands up.
Marty, that's enough.
Okay. Okay, it's gonna repeat the same thing. Sometimes if you examine something twice, you'll get a different description or something. Or more detail.
Marty, before we enter, did you
just
bring
saw
Big
it.
Bertha?
Of course. She's in the trunk.
It's time to get Her Majesty out.
That's what I like to hear.
Hey, there's a shoe on the sidewalk.
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Maybe she just lost it when she hurried into the house.
Yeah, right.
It's time for
You think it
Bertha.
belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured her feet when I was in her room?
Not sure I want to know, but I wouldn't be surprised. Should we take it?
Hell no, I'll buy you one if you want. This is police business.
Do you mean the real cops? Do you think...
I'm almost certain. My crest is tingling.
Damn it. Well, thank God I have a weapon on me.
Or
two.
3.
When do you not have one?
Fair point.
Well, do I have to take it out of the trunk actively? Ah, yeah. Crest.
Let's go.
Hello, my beauty.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared? Take it easy. I swore I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Very gallant of you, partner.
What, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got shot the first time.
I get it. Just shut the fuck up already.
Hey, he said fuck instead of clock this time. So he does say the F word sometimes instead of clock.
It's the nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. It means it's fucking dark in here.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a pair of fucking professionals.
Yep. But we should have shot. It's the nothing.
Wait, I think I skipped something.
Nothing. It's the.
Can't I go back further than that?
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. It means it's fucking dark in here.
Too far.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring.
Me neither.
It's the next line I
missed. Fucking
missed.
professionals.
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun with you.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Is that from an old movie?
No, it's an original.
Figures.
Deborah! No!
She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful. Almost. The large pool of blood ruined the picture. Poor, delicate Deborah. Maybe you were too pure and innocent for this city. But in the end, its filth pulled you under. You know, no animal can swim in high heels.
Now they're in trouble because they were not on duty. There's gonna be questions. What were you doing there? How is it that you found the body in the first place?
Fuck even.
Yeah, it's her. Deborah. The girl who came to my office.
I figured. But what the hell happened?
Nah.
Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha meant some object. Something maybe the killer wanted, too. And the poor girl was trying to protect it.
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her mistress.
Why is she naked? Was it sexual? I mean, there's no sign of struggle. She seems untouched. Maybe she knew her assailant. Was it a lover?
This looks premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this is a new level. It's no longer just about empty threats.
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already here and something happened to her, too. Kidnapped, or worse.
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly
I was
where to
thinking
find
exactly that, actually.
Wait, what are we looking for exactly?
I have no idea, but it's something important. Things like that have a way of getting noticed when you come across them.
Amen to that.
Sculpture, weird painting. $3:20 in the morning.
What is this exactly?
A human. Mythical creature. Quite the cult in Iveria. The whole country's full of these statues.
Does it mean anything?
They have a cult of humans?
Are the keepers of secrets and the messengers of chaos and destruction.
You don't think...
Let's take a closer look. Molly loved things like this.
How about this one here goes missing and,
Don't even finish that sentence, Marty.
Damn, just like in the adventure books. Rich animals
What,
are all
there was a
insane.
mechanism
You have a point.
that activated something?
Oh, you can't be serious. Is this some kind of...
Yeah, it's a riddle, Marty.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why use something as simple as this when a 4-digit number is almost impossible?
An idle whim, or the riddle has a meaning.
Maybe. 4 animals into 4 places. What does it represent?
Think, Marty. Where did we see 4 animals holding something in their hands? It's an exceptionally beautiful piece. What does it depict, I wonder?
I have no idea, Sonny. It's so art, I'm scared to have an opinion.
Oh, a family of cats. Cute. Empty fireplace. Oh, what? This? I don't know the combination. How many possibilities? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 per dial. Yeah, that's too many to guess.
The message. Here, too.
Yes, but this isn't about Deborah. And
Well,
wasn't
yeah,
meant
she's dead.
for
How
her.
could she
It
read
was
the
meant
message?
for Natasha.
Obviously.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Sonny?
I don't know, Marty, but let's get ourselves out of it as soon as possible. Well, it's a little late for that.
The phone?
We should call the department. Anonymously, of course.
Do you still remember the number? I haven't called my own workplace in years.
Cretin. Of course I remember. 555-111.
Is it? Since when?
Since they invented the telephone.
Yeah, of course. No, I knew that. I was just testing you.
Yeah, right.
Clawville PD, how can I help you?
I found a corpse. A woman. She's dead. Cold. The address is Rochester Street, 37.
Sonny, is that you?
Flowerville.
Sir, please, would you repeat that?
Rochester Street 37. Write it down and hurry up for the sake of the wild ones. Hurry! Hurry!
Like a pro.
Yep, like I've done
Yeah,
it
you're never
before.
gonna get spotted like this.
Yeah, I almost forgot.
How can you forget a case like that? How many times have you seen a
Oh,
three-headed
that's a
monkey in
Monkey
your
Island
life?
reference.
I have a memory of a chicken, you know?
We have
That's
some
for
Monkey
sure.
Island fans
now
here.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Love it. And I love that they love it. Let's see. Clawville PD. Wait, was I done at the house or not? I'm not even sure.
Molly.
What was that about? 4 animals holding something. That riddle, I'm not sure I get it.
So soon? That was fast. Almost a record.
Sorry, Mon. We're just here for a little, info.
When are you not here for that, boys? How about wish me a happy birthday for a change?
What? Is it your birthday today?
Of course not. Don't be silly, Marty. You know exactly when it is. We've talked about it a dozen times.
Yeah, of course I know.
Yeah.
So, could you help us with this and that?
Of course, boys, but be quick about it.
We'll be
Yeah,
quick.
but that's for the questions I already asked earlier, I think. Yeah, no, there's nothing new here. Yeah, no, I was probably not done, but since I called the cops, I thought it was about time I left. Or maybe it's the thing in front of the house? What's this? No, it's cats or something. The word. Oh yeah, it auto saves when I come in and out of a place. Okay, yeah, I get it now. Toggle zoom. Oh, you can zoom in on things. Although the lower resolution shows when you do. Sadly. Well, there's nothing more I can do with it. It's not gonna be 4 cats, is it? Wait, is there a different sound? It just seems to be the 5 same sounds on a loop. I thought there was a different sound maybe. There's no rumble in this game, come to think of it. People. Places. Yeah, no, I'm a bit stuck actually. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop the stream actually now. Yeah, that just saved anyway. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow and we'll continue this game. Liking it so far, at least. I'm a bit stuck right now, but at least I'm liking it. Yeah, and it saves when you go back to the menu as well, because I got the icon. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm glad you like it too. It's kind of unique. That's more the reason for me to like it. And I like the writing and the style and everything, so pretty brilliant. See you guys tomorrow. Take care until then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.